going, everybody? Massy here from Soul King Crew TCG. Today we're going to be bringing you another gameplay video, but we have a double match here. One versus Kinemon and then one versus Smoker with our Garp leader from OP-02. Now, we just wanted to say real quick, thank you so much for all the continued support. Make sure you're smashing that sub button, smashing the like button, and leaving us a little comment, letting us know what you think about the commentary, what do you think about the gameplay, how have you been enjoying it, is there something that you'd like us to change, is there something that you'd like us to add, so anything that we can do to kind of make our channel better. We're just going to keep pushing out content, keep giving you guys information on the game and different matchups and how we've been playing them. And without further ado, let's dive into the gameplay. So we're going to go first here versus Kinemon, starting with a little interesting hand. The leader makes it a lot easier for Kobe and cards like Meteor Volcano to pop almost anything 7 or lower. So we do see a Zoro rush off the top. We are going to go for the Bonnie here, try to take that out. Our opponent's trying to kind of fix their hand, it seems. We drop the Zoro, swing in for 5, trying to get some damage in here early. Our red cards, right, we are running some of the rush cards to get in there, either to finish the game. We definitely want to apply as much pressure with the leader as we can early, and then try to use our black cards to kind of control the board. So he's going to attach to the leader, try to take out this Zoro. Alright, we are going to let it go. They drop a Momo here, and they are going to go for the search. So we see another Zoro off the top. We're working with 5 Dawn. Thinking about what to do here, we're just going to swing 5 into the Momonosuke, get it off the field, and do the same play here. Instead, we're going to drop 2 Dawn on our Zoro and try to get in for another damage, which we do here. So pass back to our opponent. They're going to be working with 6 Dawn on this turn. And we have a good hand here, right? We have a Borsalino if we need to protect. We have 4K combo. We have a Sakazuki and a Kobe if we need to pop anything. So, sitting kind of pretty here. So this is an interesting play I decided to do here. He's going to swing 8 at our Zoro, and we're going to double combo out of it just so we can try to pressure down. Now, we know our opponent has a big hand, and that's kind of scary with green because they do run a decent amount of 2Ks and their blockers, but 2 cards are going to come down being the smaller blockers. All right, we're thinking about what to do here. We'll swing 5 at lead, just kind of continue that pressure. He combos 1K out. We'll swing again, another 5 at lead, and that's going to take down one of the blockers. Now, we want to have their board as clear as possible. We're just thinking of if Kobe or Sakazuki is going to be a better play here. So we decide to play the Sakazuki, leaving the Whitebeard in our hand because we feel like these big characters are going to be pretty important in this match. So our Zoro's left open for an attack, but we haven't taken a hit yet, and we are winning in field advantage, but we are losing pretty heavily in the hand advantage there. And that kind of goes back to the Zoro play. But Zoro got in there for an extra swing, and he did take a life. So we see the Sakazuki. Now I'm going to pause here just real quick. I did go to play the Whitebeard, but just for a little sequencing, I decided to swing first with the Sakazuki for 7, just in case we hit like a Punk Gibson off the top. We don't want anything getting tapped. And then after that, we'll decide to push forward with the Whitebeard. So he is going to take the 7 hit. We'll drop our Whitebeard and swing for 7 ourselves. Now, Whitebeard is absolutely insane, especially if you're at a high life count. Now, we are open, no blockers or anything like that, but we haven't been hit yet. And he's going to try to clear our board and keep advantage here. So he's going to swing, restand with the Odin, drop an Okiku, and then he's going to put 3 Dawn on lead and swing. Now, I like this play that our opponent made because leaving the Odin up like this, if they're able to stay healthy on this crackback turn, right, they're going to be able to swing a few times with their Odin. Now, leaving it rested or swinging again and having it rested, we'll be able to take it down with our Whitebeard and kind of control the board a little bit more that way. But since he decides to do this play by leaving it up, we're just going to continue the aggro route. So we see the Luffy off the life, which is going to be insane for us. This card is great. Red Luffy to end games or to push through if our opponent has blockers. That was kind of the idea of having him in the deck. And he's been working out amazing. So definitely a deck I like, or a card that I want to keep. So we'll 2 to the leader, minus their Okiku, and that's going to put it in Meteor Volcano range. So now we're thinking about how we can swing big enough to get in there for as much damage as we can. We want to get them low so we can try to finish them off on the following turn. So we'll swing 9, we'll swing 10. They're both going to hit, which means they're probably don't have the most combo in their hand, right? That is something I've noticed playing against Kinemon, is they run so many cards that have no combo. Sometimes they do get a little clogged with those Okikus and Yamatos and Odins. So if you notice that they're sitting in a spot where you can keep pushing through for damage, throw the extra Dawn on and slap away, because you don't want them to get to the point of the game where they're able to just kind of control everything. Alright, so we see the Yamato come down. They're going to tap the Borsalino, which is something we probably expected. Alright, couple Dawn on the Odin here. They'll swing 10. Now, we'll combo the 1k out just so we have to force them to swing at it again. Important also to remember, right, they swing 5 at our Borsalino, and this is going to change how we end up playing the following turn, but it's always important to remember Borsalino is always going to get that 1k on your opponent's turn. So it's always going to be a 6k on your opponent's turn. Alright, so we pass this back with a beige, okay, and now we're going to just start swinging and trying to get the blocker or get an extra card or 2 out of their hand so we can kind of set up this Luffy for game. So they're going to kind of get that baited out. They don't think we have anything in hand, right? That's what's nice about Garp too. Your opponent could be running anything, right? So this Luffy's definitely going to be a surprise. We combo again. Now, thinking that maybe we have a Zoro Rush, we're trying to get that blocker out of the way, but really we hit him a little bit of a surprise here with the rest of our Dawn going to a Rush Luffy that cannot be blocked, and that's going to be an 11k straight to the face for the finish. So the Garp deck is really spicy. You have to be careful with how you're playing it, but it looks like a lot of the time you can control the game early, get to the point where you're dropping these big characters, and then you're just kind of getting in there for game. And you have cards like Impact Wave or Radical Beam, to where if you are getting kind of low, you can save yourself for pretty cheap. So, alright, let's dive right into the next game here. We have another meta deck here, Smoker. Okay. Alright, we're going to drop our Chopper on turn 1. They're going to drop a Garp. They're going to pass back. We're going to swing for 5. And then kind of think about what we want to do. We want to get a little bit of board advantage here, so we're going to drop the Kobe, pop their Garp. And now we're going to be able to swing more, which we really want to do against black because we want to pressure cards out of their hand and just keep them from getting to a point where they can control the board against us. So we'll use that Chopper to block the leader swing. We'll -1 on the Rosinante, and then use Meteor Volcano to pop it. Now we're just going to swing 5 with Kobe. We'll attach the 1 Dawn to him. We'll swing 6 with our leader. Sorry, try to get a 2k out of their hand, which we do. And then we're going to drop our second Chopper here and pass. Now we're sitting at a low hand size, and both these games, I've realized a lot of the time, right, when you're playing Garp, since you have or I'm playing a decent amount of lower cost cards, I'm either sitting at a low hand size because I'm popping stuff, or I'm kind of sitting at a low hand size because I'm dropping cards to rush. That's why I ended up putting extra 2Ks in the deck to keep it healthy, and then we're running a decent amount of events to help our life as well. So if this is something that you're enjoying and you want to check out a deck profile for the Garp video, make sure we're hitting this video with 30 likes, and we'll drop the deck profile later in the week for sure. Alright, our opponent drops a Borsalino, attaches 1 to their leader, and they are going to swing into lead. We'll take the hit just so we can see an extra card, and then we'll see a Sakazuki off the top as well. Alright, thinking about what to do here, we'll toss 1 on the leader. Now that they have a Borsalino, it's important to swing 6, so they're either forced to block and combo out of it if they want to save Borsalino, or they have to combo a 2k out of their hand. We'll swing 6 again with our Kobe, they'll block, and then combo the 1k to keep Borsalino alive, And we're going to keep applying pressure. We'll drop a Zoro. We'll swing in there again for 6. They either need a 2K or they need a block. Oh, sorry, a 2K or a couple cards. So they are going to combo 2 1Ks out of their hand, and we just got a lot of cards out of his hand on this turn, which is perfect. And if he's in a point where he's dropping 2 1Ks, he's not sitting on any 2K combos, which means we're just going to keep applying pressure the entire game here. All right, so they drop a Sakazuki. They're trying to deal with our board a little bit. Now our opponent's down to 3 cards in hand. Okay, tries to swing at the Kobe. We're going to keep it alive. This Kobe's going to be doing work for us this game. All right, we see the Brook off the top when they pass back. And now, since they started the Sakazuki battle, it's definitely on, right? So we have 9 Dawn to work with. We minus the Sakazuki by 2 with the leader ability, swing in for 6 with Kobe. We know that they don't have a 2K in hand, so they're going to block and combo their last 1K. And we're going to swing again at the Borsalino for 6, and we're going to start just dealing with the entire board. Now at this point, we forced cards out of our opponent's hand, and then we saw an opportunity open where we can clear the board and control, and then we're going to be sitting with the same amount of cards in hand as our opponent, and we're way ahead, right? We're ahead on life, we're ahead on board advantage, and we're just kind of ready to push in for game. So at this point, we're able to deal with both cards on his field, and we're fine with taking a hit, right, for next turn. So if he swings into Kobe or if he swung into leader, we would be absolutely fine with taking it. So our opponent draws Don, and at this point, our opponent's going to concede. So it's important to see, right, if you play these matchups a certain way, especially if you're playing like the Black Mirror or you're playing cards like, or decks like Garp, right, there's a lot of different cards that you can use and just kind of either rush down your opponent or control the board, and that's what makes this leader so interesting. So remember, if you like this content, you're liking the videos, make sure you smash the like button, leave a comment letting us know what you think about the Garp deck and some of the gameplay here that we showed you today. And if this is something that you want to see going forward, make sure we're getting this video to 30 likes, and we will be dropping the deck profile for it. So once again, thank you so much for stopping by and checking out the content, and we'll catch you in the next video. Appreciate it. Once again, everyone, thanks for stopping by and checking out the content here at Soul King Crew TCG. If you're liking the content, make sure you're subbing to the channel. We're looking to push that 500 sub goal giveaway, and we'll catch you in the next video. Thank you so much.